5 types of Toyota Tacoma owners. Which one are you? How are you today? Pretty good here, and that's right. I have discovered in my time as a YouTube content creator that there are really 5 types of Toyota Tacoma owners. Now, you need to decide which category you fit into, and at the end, I'll tell you which one I think I am. First of all, we have the weekend warrior. What is a weekend warrior? Well, a weekend warrior is probably the kind of person who maybe has a house or even an apartment, and they got the truck because they want to have the flexibility to be able to haul stuff when they want to, right? You know, on the weekend when they're not working to pay for that Tacoma that they have, right? They'll use it to haul mulch or maybe some posies or a bush or something, maybe a little bit of dirt, or maybe even a big screen TV or something. You know, it's nice to have that flexibility to be able to be self-sufficient and haul stuff when you want to without having to rent something or depend on somebody else to be able to use their truck. Second is the off-roader, the serious off-roader, right? Those are the folks that go out, buy the truck, and actually use it how it really is intended to be used. I mean, 4-wheel drive, lift it up in the air a little bit, take it off-road, hit the trails, hit the rocks, maybe do some trail riding, or maybe even some more complicated off-road courses. Might even get stuck in the mud once in a while. You know, might actually use those recovery boards that I used to have on my bed rack that now has been replaced by the sport bar, of course. The serious off-roaders. Number 3, the overlander, the camper. Now, a little bit of might fall into the serious off-roader type, but these are the folks that have that bed rack, like I had on my Tacoma there, with a tent on top, right? They go off into the wilderness. They want to get away. Maybe they work that 9 to 5, 8 to 7, whatever job during the week, and they just want to get away, right? Head off out into the wilderness, be self-sufficient, do some camping, maybe a little bit of fishing, maybe some hunting, maybe just relax away from the grind of everyday life, right? The overlander or the camper. Number 4, the modder. Now, I certainly fall into this category, but this isn't where I'd put myself. The modder. Those are the folks like me that go out, get a Toyota Tacoma, in this case, a new Tacoma, and add stuff to it. You know, I've done all kinds of things to my truck back here. Wheels, tires, a lift, the roll bar that I just put on, or the beauty bar, as a lot of people might call it. The cold air intake, some features and things inside. I find that the modder really is primarily cosmetic. You know, there's a few functional mods and things, but that kind of falls into the other categories for people who are actually going to use the truck as it's intended, you know, put it more through the paces that it was designed to go through, right? Number 5, this is the hybrid. Well, what is the hybrid, right? Well, the hybrid is kind of a mix of everything, right? Because you don't necessarily have to just fall into one category. Now, what I mean by that, that's the person that gets the truck that does use it maybe occasionally off-road. It could be a trail riding. It could be even a campground that's dirt, right? Maybe doing a little bit of hunting, maybe doing some camping, stuff like that. And then take the truck on a long distance trip with the family. You can fit a family in there. Although, you probably have to have pretty little kids because there's not a lot of room in the back seat for comfort. So it's kind of a mix, right? Kind of a mix of everything. Maybe they even do some mods, right? Do a few little, maybe cosmetic touches just to give it your own personal touch. Of course, there's the functional things, you know, the lift to get the body up a little bit higher so you can clear those ruts and branches and rocks and whatever on the trail. That's the modder. Now, what am I? Well, I'm definitely not an overlander or camper. You know, I used to go camping when I was little. I liked it then, but I gotta say, as I got older, I really didn't dig it as much, right? I kind of prefer the concrete, you know? If I'm going somewhere and I'm gonna stay, I'd prefer to have a hotel room. I don't know, we're all different. So I'm definitely not the overlander. The weekend warrior. Well, I probably fall into that category some because I do use the truck if I need to haul stuff, like if I need a bag of mulch, let's say, or maybe I want to buy some flowers, I don't know, or maybe that big screen TV. So I definitely fall into that category, more into the weekend warrior. The modder, of course, as I mentioned earlier, that's definitely me. It's what the channel focuses on, and that's definitely what I'm into. Making the truck my own, trying different bits and pieces and stuff, trying to make it better, but primarily trying to make it look good while still being functional. So where do I fall? I think I kind of fall into the hybrid category because I am a modder. I will do some off-roading with the truck. I will tell you, because people ask me this all the time, when are you gonna take that truck out and tear it up? Well, that's never gonna happen. I'll tell you that right now. There are plenty of channels that do that. If you watch old Street Speed, he took his brand new T-Rex, he destroyed that truck. It was what, 90 grand, something like that. But I guess when you're making, I don't know, 6 figures, 8 figures, 7 figures, whatever he makes, you can do that kind of stuff, right? It's a business expense. You just write it off and then sell it for scrap. Definitely never gonna do that. So I'm a modder. Will be a little bit of light off-roading when I get the opportunity. There's no hurry. No one's holding a gun to my head telling me I have to go off-road, right? The weekend warrior for sure. Definitely not the overlander, just not my thing. So I really fit into 3 or 4 categories myself. I'd be curious to know, where do you fit? Where do you see yourself? Are you in the hybrid category like me? Or are you just a mall crawler? You know, people love to call you that. You're a mall crawler if for some reason you like to have a good looking truck and don't want to tear it up. I'll never really understand the philosophy behind that. I think it's probably people who just kind of get off and seeing you destroy your vehicles, you know? Street Speed, again, I'll use him as an example, is a great indication of that. Gets tons and tons of views on that channel when he takes his brand new trucks out and just beats the crap out of them. People love to see that. And I gotta say, it would be fun. I mean, why not? We're big, we like big toys, and there's nothing worse than destroying your big toy, right? Remember when you were little and you used to get those toys and sooner or later, you'd destroy it, right? I think that kind of carries through into adulthood, but on a much more expensive level, right? And that's why I think people really dig those kind of videos. Anyway, like I said, leave a comment, let me know. I'd be curious to know, which one of the 5 categories do you fall into? Are you a weekend warrior, a serious off-roader, an overlander camper, a modder, or are you a hybrid? Do you fit into more than one of those categories? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, check out my other 2 channels. The first is RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator sitting out there. RobMotive Civic, all about my adventures with the Honda Civic Sport Hatch and the Honda Civic Type R. Check those out if you would. Subscribe if you like. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.